Hi Capricorns, welcome to my channel. This is a reading called the You and Them reading. It's not an X spread. My X spreads are totally different, and I'll give some samples of those probably later this month, or I'll do a round of those. Because I love the X spread, but I like this one better because it's pretty cut and dry. The X spread's like answering questions. Anyway, if you want this reading, it's called the You plus Them reading. It's on my website. You can, my booking site. You can order it. Okay, welcome to. Let's get to it, Capricorns. Spirit and Universe, what are the messages for Capricorn and their person? Messages, insights, information that Capricorns need to know regarding themselves and the situation with their person. Two more shuffles. Okay, these first four cards represent you. These second four cards represent them and how they feel about everything. And then this is the challenge between you two, benefit between you two, and the outcome between you two. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Pentacles. Oh, this is so funny regarding a personal situation with a child man. Okay, Capricorns, this is you. This is you. Oh, man. Okay. Now, let's first talk about this bottom of the deck, the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles has to do with work. Seeing that there's a strong foundation and deciding that although you might be tired, you might not, you see the end game, but it feels far enough away that it might be easier to just give up. But no, you're actually looking at this, and in other decks he's tired and he's kind of resting on his hoe that he's tilling the fields with. So near exhaustion, but seeing the benefits and feeling the finish line being close enough. So with respect to your relationship, you're tired. This is more so representing you than the other person, because we are talking about Pentacles, and Capricorns, earth signs, are represented by Pentacles. So definitely tired. Deciding though, the key with this is realizing now this is a turning point. You realize that you have a choice to either keep going or not keep going. And what you're looking at, you're leaning towards keep going, because you're looking that there is a very strong foundation here. There is more room for growth. There's more room for development, but it's still good. Now, you, Strength, Five of Swords, Wheel of Fortune reversed, Six of Cups. This has to do with somebody from your past. This has to do with taming your inner demons and having inner strength enough to probably swallow some pride, maybe a little bit. And the only reason why I'm saying that is not because you're a Capricorn at all, but because the Five of Swords is here. So the Five of Swords is a card of a lose-lose situation. One-upmanship. I'll show you a battle of the egos. But what we see here is, yeah, one person won. They won the battle, but they lost their friends. So this always reminds me of the company person, right? The person that has no life at all and only wants to kiss ass in the company and works 80, 90 hours a week. And I'm talking about this because I'm kind of going through this right now at my own. I work for a home builder, and it's like non-stop, and like, it's like people kind of are like dictators. And I'm like, I get that this company is your entire life, and I'm not hating on it at all, but you can't hate on people that want to go and do things with their friends and family. Like, I just had a wedding that my vacation got declined because I can't go on a weekend. And I'm like, okay, well, so you're this huge company person and it's your entire life. And I respect that. I do respect that. Not you, Capricorn. I'm talking to my upper management. Like, I respect that greatly. But I'm also, you're missing out on the most important things in life. Spending time with relatives when the whole family's going to get together at a wedding. You're not going to go to your sister's wedding because you have to work. I mean, are you delusional? Have you lost your mind? That's what this is. It's like winning, but at what cost? Okay, so the only reason why I said a little bit of an ego battle here is because of the Five of Swords. So you may feel like you have won. You may feel that they have gotten the last word or they have won, but in reality, it's just you're both not happy at the situation at all. Okay, and it's not going to work out in anyone's favor here with the Wheel of Fortune reversed. So you're kind of looking at this, and maybe you're seeing this and understanding how this plays out right now. I think you aren't really ready to deal with it yet, but it's like all encompassing here. Okay? Okay, let's talk about them. Page of Swords, Five of Wands reversed. The Hermit and the Nine of Pentacles. So they might be a little stuck because they're not willing to look at all sides of the story. Okay, a little closed-minded here. Five of Wands reversed. They're not even willing to fight or talk about it. I mean, I think that this is, they've kind of made their decision and they are kind of not even concerning themselves with it anymore. They want their freedom. Or they see that you want your freedom, because I'm saying that because of Pentacles here. And or they see that you either want to be alone or they want to be alone, because I think one person wants to go this way and one person wants to go this way. And while there is a strong foundation here, you're fighting instead of trying to work things out and just cutting each other off and saying, well, you want this and I want this. So what are we doing here? Now let's talk about your challenge, your benefit, and your outcome. So the challenge is definitely the Chariot. Okay? The challenge has to do with forward movement. Swift, maybe the pace at which something is moving forward. And this is pretty interesting, actually, Capricorns. Because your benefit is the Nine of Wands reversed. So this is very interesting to me. We'll pull a clarifier on this, because the benefit is saying that neither of you want to fight for this anymore. Now, how that's a benefit, we'll talk about that in a minute. Now, the outcome is the Knight of Wands reversed. So the outcome does have to do with either a fire sign or somebody that was very family-oriented and somebody that's a very strong leader being very upset and angry or hurt and just feeling all discombobulated because of whatever, right? So even if you're not dealing with the fire sign, though, not King, I'm sorry, the Knight of Wands. So scratch what I just said. The Knight of Wands reversed is your outcome. The Knight of Wands reversed has to do with stability and tradition and staying put. Because when he's upright, we're talking about an individual that comes and goes out of your life, somebody that is, it's kind of like the ex that just keeps coming back over and over and over, but like they never figure out their life, and so they just keep thinking that they're riding in on this chariot, and then you're like, you're an idiot. And then you go and have fun with them, but then it's like, where's your serious side? Like, I'm not even respecting you because now I just think you're just this egomaniac that just likes to ride in on his chariot, right? So when this is reversed as an outcome, this does have to do with deciding to stay put, choosing the long term, choosing tradition, and not trying to ride in and ride out on your chariot, choosing to stay. So maybe one person's choosing to stay, one person's not, or you come to this decision together. I don't know. This does have to do with the outcome though. So let's pull a clarifier. Let's pull a clarifier on the Nine of Wands and the Knight of Wands. I'm going to pull a clarifier on this Five of Swords as well for you Capricorns. And the Page of Swords. And we'll do this quickly. I'm going to get these out. I work so much, and I'm like, I started these in mid-June, and here we are just barely finishing them up. So excited. Okay, I'm going to pull all these at once. So we're going to do Five of Swords, Nine of Wands, Knight of Wands, and Page of Swords all at once. Please clarify these cards for Capricorns. Please clarify these cards for Capricorns. One right after the other off the top of the deck. Okay. So many wands. You very likely might be dealing with the fire sign. So this has to do with warming up the communication. You know, there's a battle. You're both losing. The Page of Cups comes in. This is somebody that is wanting to be of assistance, wanting to fix the situation. So you may have this mentality since we're talking about you on this side. But this is somebody that makes it very clear that they are willing to help, wanting to be there, lighthearted, okay, but definitely very caring. This is a card of Pisces, and Pisces are extremely caring. Now, not to say that other people aren't, but they show it. They're like very outward with it in their communication. So the Nine of Wands as your benefit, clarified by the Ace of Wands reversed. So again, this is not something new. This is definitely somebody from your past. The Passion, this is also a phallic symbol here. So there may be issues reigniting the passion. And so maybe that's part of the reason why you both are just like, well, I'm out. But that's that. Okay, you guys are going to have to figure that out. So the outcome is the Knight of Wands clarified by the Four of Wands. So again, the outcome does have to do with the celebration. This is a wedding. This is a celebration. This is people coming together to celebrate the union or the relationship or something. Very interesting outcome. Now let's look at your person, Page of Swords, clarified by the Temperance. Okay, so they either feel that they're very even-keeled with this communication or with their mindset. You may feel that they need to be a little bit more less temperamental with it. This is the card of Sagittarius, so again, a fiery energy. Let's clarify this one more time. Because they're not caring anymore. They're not looking, they're not watching, they're not seeking answers, they're not trying to get a lay of the land, they're just kind of done, and that's kind of very calming for them, because if you're not giving them anything definitive, then they're not going to assume anything definitive, they're not even going to do anything, they're just going to move on with their life. And that it's calming for them. Knight of Cups reversed. They're not even caring anymore, because they're just looking at this being like, this is a very vindictive, sneaky, controlling, manipulative type of a situation. So they've stopped caring. They've literally stopped caring, and they're just letting you go, and that's it. So if you want anything to change, it's going to take some work. There could be a very good, strong, happy outcome here. But okay, Capricorns, I love you. Leave your comments below. Thanks. Bye.